What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of November 26th to December 1st. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, we're going to get started here on AUD CAD on the weekly chart. And like I always say for anyone new to this analysis, the blue pairs are pairs that I'm waiting to break out. The pink pairs are the most special pairs that I'm looking to trade this week. And the orange flag pairs are ones that are going to just be ranging markets or pairs that I'm not looking to trade this week. And so guys, right now on the weekly chart, we see that we've had a nice long retracement back up, and it looks like the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are about to cross over. And so when I go down to the daily chart, you can see now that we have a nice looking Kumo cloud and a nice bullish trend here on the Kumo, right? And so guys, this is going to be very important, but when you see a nice long trend line like this, and then you see price break out of this, and then an N wave form like this is a good indicator that the trend is reversing, right? And all the liquidity is going to be heading back in the opposite direction. And so guys, for this week, I'm going to be looking for this to break out of the 0.90350 level, which is the resistance right here. And I'm going to be looking to enter a trade and target these upper levels, and specifically the 1.272 level here. And so right now, if you can see, we have about 200 pips of running room here. So I'm going to be looking for price to break the resistance, and I'm going to be looking to enter a trade possibly at that point. So yeah, guys, keep an eye on AUD CAD this week for the breakout and possible run up to this level here at the 1.272, which is a Fibonacci extension off of this N wave here. So guys, keep an eye on that. Okay guys, now we're here, Australian dollar, Swiss franc on the weekly. And so right now what I'm seeing right off the bat is that we have a double bottom here. And so I'm expecting price to be reversing back in this direction, in the bullish direction. And if you look at this major trend line here that we have, you see that price is just about to close outside of this, right? And so guys, this is really important. Remember, when we have a major trend going down like this, eventually people are moving their stop losses down behind each one of these swing levels, right? And so that means that all the liquidity to move the price in the opposite direction is behind these resistance levels here. And so I'm expecting price to keep heading back in this direction. And so if I look on the daily chart, let me just neaten this up a bit. So guys, look, you can see that we've had this impulse wave up, a nice 50% correction here on the Fibonacci retracement. And now we're getting some bullish momentum. We have price that's closed above this Senko Span B, which is the thick white line here. And so I'm expecting the trend to start forming in this opposite direction. So guys, this week, this is one of my special pairs, and I'm going to be looking for the Ichimoku to be trending on the lower time frames, and I'm going to be looking to enter a trade possibly once we break this resistance level here, which is the 0.58186 level. And I'm going to be looking to target these upper levels. So I think this is going to be a really good pair in the next week. So keep an eye on this one, guys. And yeah, we could see, the next resistance level is here. So this week we could see price run up to that, probably about 114 pips. And if we can break through that, and we get up here, we're going to have at least 200 to 316 pips. So guys, keep an eye on this one. It looks like it's breaking out in this opposite direction, and that's AUD Swiss franc. Okay guys, here we are, AUD Japanese yen on the weekly. And right now, right off the bat, I'm just kind of seeing this is a little baby like cup and handle sort of pattern. We can see prices moving higher on these N wave here, and it looks like we're going to try and break this resistance level. And this resistance level is the 99.013 level. And so guys, if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we have a nice bullish Kumo cloud forming. More steam is in the cloud now, and here's that cup and handle, right? We've had a nice bounces on this trend line here, right? So it looks like price is moving up, right? So I'm expecting price to break this resistance level, and once we get the breakout, we can expect a run up to the next resistance level of around 370 pips. So that's going to be a lot of space to trade, and that's going to be about a 1-to-1 move from this range here, right? And so we've already got a break out of the range. We had a spring back. But I'm waiting to make sure that this is not a double top here. And then once we break out, we could look to enter on the lower time frames. So guys, I have this one marked as blue. If we get that breakout, I might be looking to trade this one, but we still need to wait for that signal. But either way, it is looking bullish, and I'm expecting price to come up and test this next level up here. So keep an eye on that. Okay guys, here we are, AUD USD weekly chart. And so right now, we've just been kind of in this range here. Here's the resistance up here and the support here, and the Chico span just overlapping the candles. But if you zoom in a little bit, you can see that the Tenkan-sen's starting to travel up. And this could be indicating that we could be getting a golden cross, a crossover soon. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But if I go down to the daily chart, now guys, you can see that we have just broken and closed on N wave just outside of Senko span B, which is this thick white line. So I'm starting to see a trend reversal here. And so let me switch shortly back to the weekly. So guys, here's the weekly chart again. Look, this is that major trend line. So we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, right? Now we have a bottom here and another bottom here. So this could be a double bottom. And so I'm expecting price to go on an N wave back up. And so if you look on the daily, look, we're already starting to get the first signal of a reversal of trend. Now, this Kumo cloud is a bit too small, so entering now would be a little bit more riskier, but with higher risk equals higher reward. And so if I see this week that price comes back on this M wave and then breaks out of this trend line, I may be looking to enter on the retracement or also on the breakout. So I'm not sure 100% yet about that. But this is a pair that, we could be looking for that this week, but I think that it's going to be retracing this week. And so that's why I have it marked as orange. So I'm expecting price to be retracing off of this. Look, we have a really flat Senko span B here, which is offering us heavy resistance right now. So I'm expecting price to kind of bounce off of that, retrace, and then I'm going to be looking for the breakout after that. So this week, I'm just expecting AUD USD to be ranging. But if I see anything different on the lower time frames, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this pair. Okay guys, here we are, CAD Swiss franc on the weekly. So we've had a long period here of consolidation. Just the Chico span tracing the candles up and down, up and down. We had a gold cross here, and now it looks like it's starting to death cross again. But we still have Senko span B pointing down, and we have Senko span A down, and Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen are both pointing down. Now, we've had, a few bottoms here on this level, which is the support level. Well, it's a little bit above it, but this is the 0.64903 level. And right now I'm seeing this N wave forming here. So I'm expecting price to keep continuing down. And I'm expecting to get at least a 1-to-1 move of this range. It's about 369. So yeah, anywhere from these farther Fibonacci extension levels. But to be safe, a conservative target would be the 1 or the 1.272 levels. So guys, I have this pair marked as blue. I'm waiting for price to continue breaking down and closing below this level here. So it looks like, price is coming back up on a bullish candle right now. But if we look at the daily chart, now you can see on the daily that we have this ranging market here, right? But we have a nice thick Kumo cloud forming. We've got price now currently below the Tenkan-sen, but we do have the Kijun-sen flat. So in order for that to be pointing down, we're going to need price to close below this support level, which is the 0.64258 level. And so once we get a close below that level, I'm going to be looking to enter. And that's, that's pretty much it. And this is going to be my target down here. And so let's see. That's about 141 pips. So guys, keep an eye on this pair this week. We could get a breakout. If you want to enter in early 200 retracement, that could be possible as well. We just gotta read the price action and we have to be careful. But guys, this is looking like a pair that's going to be moving this week, so keep an eye on that. CAD Swiss franc. Okay guys, here we are, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen on the weekly chart. I just have this marked as a ranging pair this week. We have a lot of long wicks, a lot of just a consolidating market here. If you look at the daily too, you have a lot of overlapping Kumo clouds. So guys, until we get a break of this resistance level here at the 111.171 level, or the support level here, let's change that real quick. I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair most likely this week. Okay, here we are, Swiss franc, Japanese yen on the weekly. Overall, this is a bullish trend. Prices above the Tenkan-sen, but the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are both flat. Senko span A and B are both flat. And we have a long wick here that was resisted at this level here, which is the 170.540 level. And guys, lately the Japanese yen, all the pairs have been pretty volatile. It seems that the Bank of Japan has been intervening in the markets, and I know I mentioned this before. So I've been really careful about these pairs. I've been trying to make sure to be extra safe and double check the news and all the data being released on FX Street, which is this website here. But guys, be careful because the yen is on its last leg. I'm not going to go into all the macroeconomics of it, but basically what I want to say is that the Bank of Japan is intervening a lot in these markets. So be careful. And so I have it marked now as just an orange flag. This is right now ranging. Everything is flat, and it looks like we're just going to be consolidating on these levels. This has been a pretty long trend too. So I'm expecting just a ranging market this week. So I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay guys, here we are, Euro AUD on the weekly chart, and I have this marked as a special pair this week because let me turn on these drawings real quick. So as you can see guys, we have this major trend line here, and it looks like when we zoom in that we have a double top here, 1, 2, and now we're getting a nice reversal here. So this could be an N wave reversing back down to these lower support levels. And if we look at the daily chart, we're starting to break below this trend line here. And we're also starting to form a bearish Kumo cloud. And we have a death cross here on the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. And like I mentioned, we have this double top here. So we have a lower high, and we have a double top here, right? And so I'm expecting price to break below here. And I'm going to be looking for the trends to start on the lower time frames on the Ichimoku. And that's where I'm going to be looking for my entry. And so guys, once we get an entry on this, hopefully this week, I'm expecting it to be moving pretty nice this week. We can expect, the next level down is going to be this one here, which is the 164.536. And that's about, let me measure that one more time. This is about 140 pips. But we could get even further moves down to these other support levels here. So guys, remember, like I said, all the liquidity is going to be behind these swing stops here, right? And so once price moves in the other direction, it's going to be liquidating people's long positions. And that's going to force the price down further. So these are all possible price targets. And once we get, the move confirmed in this direction, I'm going to be looking to enter. So keep an eye out, guys. I'm going to be posting on YouTube on the community section every time I enter a trade. So keep your eyes peeled for that because that's gonna kind of just show you which pairs I'm trading each week to give you guys some more insights. So overall, this is a nice bullish trend. But right now we have Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen flat, Senko span A and B also flat. But it looks like we've broken out of this range here. And so if I measure this is about 835 pip range that we had. And so if we get a measured move, that's going to put us up here at this 168, around this 168 level, right? And so let me turn my drawings on. So right now, that's around my target. Is going to be these upper Fibonacci extension levels. And so this week, guys, I have this marked as a blue flag pair. I'm expecting price to break out on this N wave, but we need to be careful for double tops, obviously, like always. But we did have a nice retracement, and so if I measure this, guys, we had a nice retracement back down to the 0.618 level, or sorry, to the 0.5 level, excuse me. Sorry, I was reading this one. And so that's a nice retracement. This is a solid trend up, probably a solid N wave up. So guys, look, my target's going to be up here around 166.587, and this is the resistance level here, 164.308. So look for the breakout of that level, and that's going to give us about 230 pips. So keep an eye for that one, guys, but this one should be a nice pair to trade this week. Okay, here we are, Euro CAD on the weekly, and it looks like we're going to get a reversal off of this resistance level here. And so I have price reversing this week, and I've marked this pair as an orange flag pair, just because I think we're just going to be reversing this week. So guys, overall this on the daily chart is a nice bullish Kumo cloud forming, but it looks like we're getting an N wave reversing back down to this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So I would wait for that retracement to happen, and once we get support around these levels, you could enter a trade around these levels, or you can wait for the breakout of this resistance. So either way, however you guys like to trade, those are possibilities for you. But on the daily, we do have a nice new bullish trend forming here, so we need to take advantage of that, but just not this week. This is going to be retracing this week, so that's why it's marked orange. But if I see anything different, then obviously I'm going to be looking to enter trades. But guys, this one's just going to be retracing this week, so perhaps next week we can look to enter in a trade. Okay guys, Euro Swiss franc on the weekly, and let me just clean this up real quick. So right now price has been retracing, and price has closed above the Kijun-sen. So we got the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen both flat, Senko Span A and B both flat, and it looks like we've had pretty much a double bottom here. Price has closed twice on these levels, and so I'm expecting also, when I turn my drawings on, we have a trend line here that's starting to get broken out of, right? And so if we look on the daily chart, you can see the bullish Kumo starting to form here and get more steam, and it looks like we're getting an N wave that's going to be going up in this direction. So this trend to me is reversing in the opposite direction, and I'm going to be looking to enter this one sometime this week. Hopefully this is marked as a pink pair, so this is pretty special. And so once I see on the lower time frames a good entry, I'm going to be looking for that this week, and then I'm going to look to target first this level here, which is this is 40 pips, so that's probably not going to be my target actually, guys. Sorry, let me erase this one. It's going to be up here, which is 183 pips to this next resistance level. So guys, you want to enter early, you can, or you can wait for the breakout of this resistance level here at 0.96930. But I'm expecting this pair to be moving nicely in this bullish direction this week, and this is going to be my major target here at the 0.98420 level. So keep an eye on this one, guys. I think it's going to be a great pair to trade this week. Okay guys, here we are, Euro British Pound on the weekly, and so it looks like I'm expecting some more bearish momentum this week, because it looks like we've been resisted here off the Senko Span A. However, we did get this gold cross on the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, but since this candle has sharply reversed off the Senko Span A, and now we have the Chico Span tracing these candles, typically the Chico Span likes to trace the candles up and down. So I'm expecting some more some bearish downside this week. And so when I turn my drawings on here, guys, you can get more detail. Looks like we have this trend line that price has just closed below. And so I'm going to be looking for an entry on the lower time frames, but it looks like we're going to get a death cross too on the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And it looks like we also have the Chico Span now below the candles. So this is very bearish to me, and I'm expecting price to be heading down in this direction. And we can start targeting these lower support levels here, because now, like I said, on the weekly chart it was ranging, right? So this is the upper part of the range, and this is the lower. So this would be our first target here, which is around the 86162 level. And that's going to be about 66 pips. But if we get a nice break below this Senko span B, which is a very strong level here, we're going to have about 188 pips. So I'm keeping my eye on this pair, guys. This is marked as blue. I'm going to wait for price to most likely break below this support level here, which is around the Senko span A, which is 86717 level. But this is all going to be depending this week on the lower time frames too. But this is a pair I'm going to be watching to see if I can get a nice short on. So keep an eye on this one, guys. Euro, British pound. Okay, guys, Euro USD on the weekly. So let me turn my drawings on here. So I'm expecting some more bullish momentum. Now, we're starting to get a bullish Kumo cloud twist here. You know, this is the weekly chart, and it's a bit too small right now to solidify any major trend. But if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we've had a nice trend down, right? And now we've had a consolidation, and now we've had price. We had a gold cross, we had Chico span above the candles, and now we had price break the Senko span B, which is 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals, which are the bullish trend signals for Ichimoku. And now it looks like we have some N waves forming on the bullish direction. We're starting to get more steam in the cloud, and so guys, I believe we're at the very early stages of a new bull trend here. And so I'm going to be looking to enter this week on this pair, depending on the lower time frames. And I'm going to be looking to target this resistance level up here. So if we get an entry around this level here, up to there, that's about 339 pips. So that's going to be my target. This is going to be a good pair this week, so keep an eye on this one, guys. Euro, US dollar. Okay, British pound, Australian dollar on the weekly. Guys, nothing much to this one this week. This is a ranging pair that's just consolidating here at this level. I do believe that it's going to break to the upside, and that's because I'm starting to see a double bottom here, and it looks like we're starting to get a bullish Kumo cloud twist. But guys, this is just going to be a ranging market this week, so most likely I will not be trading this pair. Okay, British pound, Swiss franc on the weekly. Now, guys, we talked about this in the previous analysis, that this is just a very strange looking Kumo cloud here on the weekly. However, I do think that this pair is going to get some bullish momentum this week, and that's why I have it marked as pink, because I'm going to be looking to trade this N wave up if we get the breakout of this resistance level here, which is the 1.11542 level. And the first target will be here at the 1 extension level for the Fibonacci, and that's 1.13617. And then here will be at the resistance, the next target. And so that's going to give us about 362 pips of running space. But you know, we have a gold cross here, and we have Chico span above the candles, and now we have this trend line here being broken, right? And we had price close outside and above the Senko span B, which is the thick line here. So we're gonna wait for price to break the resistance level here. And once that happens, I think, using the trend on the daily chart, we're going to be able to target these upper levels. So hopefully that happens this week. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this pair. I think it's going to be a good one to trade once that happens. Okay, guys, British pound, CAD on the weekly. And let me just hit my drawings on. So, guys, we've had a nice bounce here on this trend line. Looks like price was supported very strongly. We did not reach back down to this level here, so this looks bullish to me. We have a lower high, we have a higher low. Having a dyslexic moment here. So we have a higher low here than this one. So this looks like bullish to me. Price is back above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and it looks like we're reaching back up to test these resistance levels. And so I'm looking for a breakout of these resistance levels. And if we look on the daily chart here, we're getting a nice bullish Kumo cloud forming. We have a bunch of N waves in the bullish direction. The Tenkan-sen's pointing up, and now we just need to break this first resistance level here, which is the 1.72231 level. And I'm going to be looking to enter a trade and target this upper resistance level here, which is the 1.76267 level. And that is going to be about 400 pips. So guys, keep an eye on that. This is just the next major resistance level that I drew in here. But yes, this is, I have this marked as blue. I'm hoping that this breaks out this week. So keep your eyes peeled for British Pound CAD. All right, British Pound, Japanese Yen on the weekly. Guys, this is very bullish. Price has closed above this resistance level here, which is the 187 level. Price is above the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. Everything's pointing up. Senko Span A and B are up, so this is very bullish on the weekly. And if we go to the daily and I turn my drawings on, guys, so this we've had a breakout of this resistance level here. We had a breakout, we had a retracement, and now price is breaking above this resistance level here. And so I'm going to be looking to enter a trade on this one this week. And these are going to be my possible targets. So I'm expecting this to be an N wave up. And if we get an entry from this level, we can try and target this upper level, which is around 746 pips. But our first target is going to be around 563 pips. But guys, like I said, be careful because the Bank of Japan is intervening in these markets. So we need to tread carefully. Make sure you watch the news. I'm going to go through that in a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a good one this week if we can break and keep moving in this bullish N wave direction here. Okay, British Pound, US dollar on the weekly. And let me just turn my drawings on. So guys, looks like price has found support here. We have a higher low than this level here. So overall, this is it looks like we're getting support here off Senko Span A is what I'm trying to say. And when I look at the daily chart here, I'm starting to see, here's the bounce and the double bottom. Here's a double bottom here on this trend line. We have an N wave up, another N wave up. So we got a bullish Kumo cloud forming here, right? We had the gold cross. We have this Chico span above the candles, and we had price break out of Senko Span B, which is the thick white line. So we have 3 out of the 3 bullish Senryoko Kyoten signals, or the bullish trend signals for Ichimoku. And now we have this Kumo cloud is pretty small. But guys, it looks like, to me, looks like the beginning of the next bull trend, right? So I'm going to be looking to enter a trade this week, and I'm going to be targeting this level here, which is the 1.272 Fibonacci extension, which is off of this N wave here. So I'm going to be looking to enter on the lower time frames and ride this up into this level here. So we've got right now, we've got about 175 pips. We could extend even past that up here, 283 up top here to the top of the Kumo. But either way, guys, this is going to be a good pair this week. This is marked as blue. I'm waiting for the breakout of this resistance level here, the 1.26155 level. I'm going to be looking to enter and target these levels. So keep an eye on this one, guys. This is going to be a good pair, British Pound, USD. Okay, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen on the weekly. Overall, guys, this is bullish. Price is above the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. Kijun-sen's pointing up, Senko Span A is up, but Senko Span B and the Tenkan-sen are flat. But if we look at the daily chart for more detail, so we've had a nice support here on this trend line and the Senko Span B. And this is a little bit of a cup and handle here, right? And so usually these patterns are continuation patterns up in the bullish direction. And we have a higher low than here, and we had support here on this Kijun-sen. So now, guys, I'm hoping that price breaks this week, this resistance level, which is the 91.182 level. And so I've got this marked as blue, and I'm going to be looking to enter a trade once that breakout happens. So hopefully we see that this week, maybe next week too. But once that happens, my targets are going to be first this level here, which is the 92.418. And then the next one's going to be up here around 94.050. And so from the current level here, that's about 125 pips to the first target, and then about 250 to 290 pips to the second target. So guys, keep an eye on this pair. I think this is going to be a great one to trade once it sets up right. Okay, USD CAD on the weekly. Now, guys, we had price close below the Tenkan-sen here, and so I'm expecting price to head back down to this flat Kijun-sen level. And now when I turn my drawings on, you can see that. And once we go to the daily chart, I'm going to give you some more detail here. So on the daily chart, you can see that we had a nice trend line here, right? But now price is on the reverse N wave now, and price is broken below this trend line. Now we do have a bit of a wick here, but I'm expecting price to keep heading down in this direction. And so, we have a death cross here. We have Chico span below the candles, and we have price about to break the Senko span B. So this is a very special pair this week. I'm going to be expecting more bearish momentum, and I'm going to be looking to enter on the lower time frames once I see the proper setup. So once I see the market trending bearish on the lower time frames, I'm going to look to enter. And I'm going to look to target this first level here, which is right now about 146 pips away from the current price levels. So yeah, guys, but I'm expecting bearish momentum this week. So keep an eye on this pair. This is USD CAD. Okay, guys, this is USD Swiss franc on the weekly. I just have this marked as orange this week. And that's because we've already seen a nice retracement here on this level. This was... Let's see. This was down to the 0.618 level, so I'm expecting a support here. And if I look at the daily frame, you can see more detail here. So I'm kind of expecting price to be supported here on this level, and then to head back in this direction this week. So this is just going to be a ranging market with the Chico span tracing the candles. So I'm not going to be looking to actively trade this pair this week. Okay, guys, this is the last pair here. This is USD Japanese yen. Looks like we've had a double top here on the weekly chart. We have price coming now below the Tenkan-sen, and the Kijun-sen's flat. Senko span A and B are both flat, so I'm expecting further downside. You can see that we have this trend line here, which is starting to be encroached upon, and it looks like we're getting a bearish Kumo cloud twist here on the daily chart. Like I said, guys, I'm expecting the Bank of Japan to keep intervening. So these Japanese yen pairs are really freaking me out right now. So I'm probably most likely going to be trying to avoid them as much as possible and look for other opportunities this week. But as always, guys, now we're going to hop in to the economic calendar and see what news is going to be released this week. Okay, guys, now we're going to scroll through and check all the economic data being released this week. This is fxstreet.com, the economic calendar, and I'm going to put a link, as always, in the description below if you'd like to use this. So on Monday, November 27th, we have AUD retail sales. We have AUD Governor Bullock's speech. Tuesday, November 28th, we have for AUD monthly consumer price index, New Zealand dollar monetary policy statement, New Zealand dollar interest rate decision, New Zealand dollar monetary policy statement, and the New Zealand dollar press conference. On Wednesday, November 29th, we have for the Euro consumer price index, we have the harmonized index of consumer prices also coming out. And for the US dollar, we have the GDP annualized for Q3 coming out. We have for the British pound, Bank of England Governor's Bailey speech coming out. And we don't trade this one, so that's okay. That's the Chinese yuan. For the euro on Thursday, November 30th, we have retail sales being released. For the euro, we have also core harmonized index of consumer prices being released for November. And we have the harmonized index of consumer prices also being released for the month of November for the euro. And for the US dollar, we have core personal consumption expenditures price index, also on Thursday, November 30th. And for the CAD, we have the GDP annualized for Q3 being released. And for Friday, we have for the Swiss franc GDP for Q3 being released. We have net change in employment for the CAD for November, numbers being released. For CAD, we have unemployment rate for November being released. For US dollar, we have ISM manufacturing PMI for November being released, and we have Federal Chair Powell's speech on Friday also for the US dollar. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this analysis. For everyone who wrote me messages when I was away, thank you very much. I missed doing this for you guys, and I'm happy to be back. I was just moving the past couple weeks, so I had a lot of packing to do. But now I'm starting to get settled in, and I'm going to be consistently doing this and, back in the game. So thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel. And until next time, peace.